We're back. It's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with Jimmy Santangelo and Bill Allred. Except for this, our long-awaited return. Jimmy said, "Bill, I'm sick. Can you go it alone?" Well, Bill didn't want to disappoint the guest, and the guest has a time-sensitive event to talk about. Then who needs Jimmy anyway? We all need Jimmy. I would never say that. It was in the script. And he will be with us for the next installment. But in the meantime, here is Bill Allred and his guest from MadKing Production on this resurrected edition of the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show.
All right. Here we go. This is for real now. We're not fucking around anymore. This is for real.
I am.
By the way.
Oh, we can say fuck.
You can say whatever you like. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. We're coming. Well, I'll tell you a story about that.
Okay.
Later.
Wait to hear your cunt story.
We're off to a great start.
Yes, we are, aren't we? So listen, we have not done an episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show podcast for a while. I forget why. I forget why we took a break, but we took a break. And so this is kind of an inaugural, we're back, but not at full force, because if you know anything about the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show, you know it's me, Bill Allred, and I have a co-host named Jimmy Santangelo, Jimmy the Wine Guy. And he was going to be here today, but he texted me yesterday. He said, "I'm kind of sick, and could you do that?" And I said, "That's no problem, I can do it." And so here we are. We have, let's just go right to our guests then, I guess. We're going to be talking about theater. No, don't stop listening. This is local theater, and it's fun, and it's exciting. We have with us here on my extreme right, Carleigh-Jo Naylor. She's the artistic director for MadKing Productions.
Yep.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
MadKing Productions, and we also have with us James Naylor, a brother and sister, I assume?
Yes, we're close.
You're very close. Very close brother and sister. Incest is a big theme in Shakespeare. He is the director of operations for MadKing Productions, and they've got a show opening up on is it the 18th? Is that
The 19th.
19th.
Thursday, February the 19th.
But it's going to be running for a while, so if you're watching this past the 19th, don't worry, there's still chances for you to see it, and we'll talk about that coming up. Let's tell you a little bit about Carleigh. Studied theater and directing at Weber State University, where I got my degree in theater. Yeah. She went on to pursue film and hetelevision studies and acting in California and here in Utah for several years, but then has returned to the stage. And Carleigh spearheads Drunken Shakespeare, which is part of MadKing Productions?
It's what gave us our our foundation of our company.
Okay.
With that.
And Drunken Shakespeare, we'll talk a little bit about that too. She's worked with a lot of different theater companies across the valley. James studied theater at his high school when they needed more male actors. Okay, I'll be in the play. Was it kind of like that?
Yeah, basically.
How it always
wasn't
is.
ever a huge theater guy, but got drug in and happy that I did.
Yeah, it's okay, I'll be in your dumb play, whatever. He went on to study dance at Southern Utah University, and while performing there, had a lot of fun, finds that his talents are better suited for management rather than performing.
Yes.
Yeah? Dance at Southern Utah. So were you in the Green Show in the summer at the Shakespeare Festival?
No, unfortunately. I know that's like the place to be, and now that we do Drunken Shakespeare, I do regret that I never got involved in Shakespeare down in Cedar. I was in a performing group down there called Acclamation. It's like a show choir.
I think I know Acclamation.
Yeah.
I think I know somebody else who was in Acclamation.
You
Yeah.
do.
A redheaded kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, yes.
We have stories.
Yeah, that guy. Well, I'd like to hear them, but not now. Yeah, that's a long. He's a long chapter in my life as well.
Yeah.
MadKing Productions started up doing Drunk Shakespeare. How long ago did you guys start this?
First one was in 2019. Started with Midsummer Night's Dream. It was just a group of us who we were all theater kids and we wanted to do some theater, and we were in that weird age bracket where it's like we're not quite the ingenues anymore, but we can't really pass off as the parents of things, and we just really wanted to do something. So we were like, hey, let's just throw together Shakespeare. We were at a D&D night. We had a couple Dungeons and Dragons night. We'd had a couple of things to drink, and we were talking about drunken history. And we said, what if we performed drunken Shakespeare? And
had you heard, because there's a did it start in Chicago?
I think it did start in Chicago.
And there's a Chicago,
New York, Arizona, and one other I can't remember.
Is it like it's almost like a franchise?
It is now. Yeah, we had not heard of it. We didn't know about it until probably like 2 years afterwards. That is called Drunk Shakespeare. We try to differentiate by saying we are Drunken Shakespeare.
Totally different.
It is.
It is really different, honestly.
Have they ever come at you?
Not yet. Not yet.
And you will know you have arrived when they come at you.
Absolutely.
Actually, they're probably pretty chill about the whole thing.
They're never going to come to Utah. Why would they?
They can't. Their franchise can't be successful in Utah with our laws.
No.
We're walking a fine line as it is, but.
So now you're doing something different than Drunken Shakespeare. It's called She
Kills Monsters.
She Kills Monsters.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about, that's the play that's opening. But, well, let's talk about that now, and then we'll go back to Drunk Shakespeare and tell people what that's like. So She Kills Monsters, as I read a brief synopsis of it, it seemed like a children's play.
Yeah.
It's really popular amongst high school kids.
So it's an established script that people have
There's
read.
like 3 different versions of it. There's a standard version, there's a high school version, and then there's an online version when COVID came out.
But it was off Broadway in New York at first.
So tell us about you want to tell us about the story?
So it's about 2 sisters. One is, more into popular music, and the other is like a nerd and likes D&D. At the beginning of the show, the younger sister and their parents both die in a car crash, and so then the older sister is going through her things and finds a D&D module that her little sister had written. And so she doesn't know what to do with it, so she has to go find a D&D nerd to help her play the game. And so the play takes course bouncing back and forth between the real world and the D&D world that her little sister had written. And throughout the course of the game and the show, we learn things about the little sister that the older sister never knew. So it's a story about grief, it's a story about family, and it has
acceptance, self-exploration.
Yeah.
Are there monsters?
Yes.
I mean, are there real monsters or are there perceived monsters?
Real.
Both. So she's fighting literal monsters.
Kobolds, bugbears, gelatinous cubes.
Beholder.
And how? I don't want you to. If you feel like you don't want to give that away.
There's one that we're not going to be discussing. It's a you got to see it to believe it monster.
How do you pull some of these things off?
We're theater kids. We're creative.
Theater kind of becomes like what is it? Beg, borrow, and barter, or steal, or whatever. It's like we are scrappy and
a lot of connections, a lot of networking with people. We ended up a couple of shows ago meeting one actor who was like, "Oh, I have a friend who can help you guys with this in your next show," and then that friend is like, "Oh, my roommate can help you with this," and then it's like, "Oh, my partner can do this part of it," and it's just really become true community theater. You know.
I had to see if my son has it. My son is involved with. He works full time for Fear Factory.
Yeah.
And builds props and builds monsters. He loves building
people
monsters.
involved in haunted houses are great assets for makeup.
Yeah,
and all
they're
that
really
stuff,
resourceful and everything. Yeah, we have a great makeup artist who.
So She Kills Monsters. Is it a one-act play or is it a full evening?
It's a 90-minute show, no intermission. It goes fairly fast. It's set in 1995, so there's a lot of nostalgia. We've got throwbacks, music, fashion, all of that as well is really fun.
How many actors involved?
13 per.
We have 2 casts.
Okay.
So there's a dungeon cast and there's a dragon cast. And there are 13 actors in each, and there's a lot of like little differences and choices that they all make in their characters.
And so do they alternate, or do you do more than one show a night?
So they alternate shows. So there's 12 shows and they each get 6, and we just rotate. rehearsal process is completely separated. So we have each cast rehearsing separate so they don't watch each other.
Yeah.
And they're not influenced by each other, so they get to make their own decisions.
A lot of years ago when I was at a graduate program at Penn State, we did it was a children's show. What was it called? I can't remember now. It was Bumblebee. It was bees, except they were, like people.
Yeah.
I played a character whose name was Glory Bee, who was this swaggering bee with a sword who was going to go kill the monsters or whatever. But was double cast. That's the only time I've ever done that. It was a double cast show, and first I thought I would hate that. But then, now, we watched each other rehearse and collaborated on the character. There was another Glory Bee, and we collaborated on the characters, and I actually started enjoying that process. But I also didn't like it because I felt I should be the one performing all the time.
Right.
But I should be the one on stage.
From a producer standpoint, well, okay, so we felt the same way as you at first. Double casting, we don't like that idea, but having experience and figuring out the difficulties and getting past those, I think it's a great way to do a show. Because if someone gets sick, you have an automatic stand-in. And being an understudy is tough, especially if you're not promised any shows. In this case, you guys both have your shows that you're doing, and if it just so happens, they're going to have to step in and learn your way of doing it, sort of. It's not that different, but a lot easier.
Are you able to pay people, actors?
I wish.
Not yet.
Yeah, that is definitely something that we're working on. We recently became a 501c3, so we are submitting to grants for money, financial help, and we want to utilize that to pay our actors. We try to pay anyone who comes in professionally that isn't really a regular person who helps us out.
Yeah.
Like, we have an intimacy director who works on a lot of our shows. We pay her when she comes in. Because that is her one focus. She comes in and spends her time.
Does that mean you do sexy time stuff?
We do some sexy time stuff on our shows. Yeah. Yep.
So we pay we'll pay the intimacy director. We'll pay if we need a choreographer for a show. If we need to pay a lighting designer. There are certain people that we do pay, but the actors themselves are all volunteers.
Yeah.
Everyone on our board in the company is volunteers. None of us are getting
We've
paid
never
either.
gotten a dime for doing all of this.
Everybody works a real job?
Yes. Yeah. We have 9 to 5s, muggle jobs that we work all day long, and then as soon as it's punch out time, we're in theater mode
That's hard.
the rest of the night.
That's hard, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
I remember doing that, being an actor in college and in university, and fortunately in university I didn't have to work a job, but in college I worked and then you rehearse all night and work all day.
School is a job, and then
Yes.
Really tough stuff. So you hold auditions?
We hold auditions. We're trying to approach auditions differently than other companies. What we are looking for primarily is vibes, to put it.
how they work well with you.
Yeah, we want to know that the people that we're working with are people that are going to get along with everyone, that are going to collaborate, but also be respectful to the overall vision. Coming in and giving us a monologue, like, wow, that's a monologue that you have practiced over and over and over and over again. So we typically.
How do I know you're not an asshole?
Exactly.
Exactly. So
talent is important, obviously, and we're looking for talent. But the most important thing is how they vibe with everybody, because that creates the community in the community theater.
So do you have them do a little reading and then sit and chat, or what?
We'll do some games, which I hate theater games, even as a theater kid growing up. Theater games are so awful.
Yeah.
But that kind of helps put the walls down, open people up a little bit. And for She Kills Monsters, we did a little bit of fight choreography that everybody had to learn. So we got to see because that's going to require a lot of communication, a lot of working together with different people. And so we were able to see how everybody handled being thrown fight choreography. And then we'll typically go into cold reads. I'm quoting for those who aren't watching. Cold reads. We try to provide the sides to the actors beforehand if we can, and just kind of mix them all up. Try to give direction on spot so we can see how well they take direction and shifting.
Do you find a lot of people come to these? And I mean,
It depends on the show. This particular show, we had a good turnout. I think by not having to show up prepared with a monologue lowers the barrier of entry.
Yeah.
You could just show up and it's a workshop and we help you. So we had just over 50 people show up to She Kills Monsters, and maybe that's not a lot for other theater companies, but it was a lot for us.
Yeah.
And so that's also
How do you
what
get
led
the word
to-
out?
Yeah.
Social
call radio
media,
stations sometimes?
Call radio stations.
Yeah.
It really is word of mouth. A lot of friends bring their friends in after they've worked with us. We're really, really fortunate to have a group that is loyal to us. So we have a lot of returning actors, but then they also bring in all of their friends as they go and do shows other places. They're like, hey, you should come and audition with MadKing with us. They're really fun, they're really open, they're really flexible.
So where are you doing the show?
We're located at the Gateway. We got a space there a year ago. We are on the south end, upstairs near the Megaplex and Tucanos. We're actually right next to the Bruce Pub.
Oh,
So
I
it's-
saw it. I went to a movie the other day and I noticed it now.
Yeah, we're kind of small in there. We don't have a ton of exterior signage, but when you walk in, we've put a lot of work, a lot of love into the space, turning it into a small black box theater. So
Yeah, it used to be a hair salon, and we've converted it into we built a stage, and we have lights and sound, and it's a legit black box now.
I'm impressed. So it's She Kills Monsters, and it starts on the
19th.
And
It runs until March 8th, which is a Sunday.
Now weekends like
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday is a matinee only starting at 3:30. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are evening shows.
And people can find the schedule and anything they need where?
We're on all social media. Just look for MadKing SLC, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're there. We also have our webpage, which is MadKing Productions SLC. So there's a double S in there. .com. We've got our past shows. We've got audition announcements. We have. We rent out our venue even. The theater that we utilize is a venue that you can rent out for your own production, TED Talk type things, birthday parties.
So let's talk a little bit more about the show itself. It addresses serious themes.
Yeah.
Is it just totally serious? Is there?
I think originally the show is supposed to be a bit more on the comedic, silly side to help cope with the serious stuff.
I think that might be where you got that this seems like a show for kids. It's widely popular amongst high schoolers. I grabbed onto this script and I was like, what if we leaned into the serious stuff and let the funny stuff be funny on its own? Because this show has a ton of funny jokes. Lots of pop culture references, but it is kind of a roller coaster in the sense that like we have deeply serious moments about grief and loss, and then it jumps into like, oh, it's a gelatinous cube. That's funny. You know, like it's all over the place. And it has a good balance of really funny and really serious mixed with, you know, fight choreography and costumes and puppets and like, you know, it has a lot of stuff in it.
Who directed it?
That would be James. James
Yeah.
was the director of the show. He picked it, he found it, chose it, connected to it.
So how do you handle? You have to pay royalties, I would assume.
We do. That typically does come from our other shows, primarily through Drunken Shakespeare is where we get the biggest revenue. That typically pays for. We do a musical now. We've gotten into musicals.
What have you done, or what are you doing?
So our first musical was Heathers 2 years ago.
They made that into a musical, eh?
Oh, they sure did, and
It's
it's
great.
so great. It's actually on off-Broadway right now, and it's going into touring. Last fall, we did a musical called We Are the Tigers. It was on off-Broadway in 2020, was about to transfer when everything shut down.
That one was a cheerleader murder mystery musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cheerleaders killing each other, who done it. It was super, super fun.
Sounds great to me.
And then this fall, we're doing another very scary, very popular 80s movie made into we can't officially announce it because we haven't purchased the rights yet. But it was an 80s movie turned into a musical. It's very bloody.
Bucket.
There's a bucket of blood in it.
that might get poured
There's a
onto
tampon
somebody.
scene in it.
Okay. Oh, I think I know.
Yeah.
They'll see your dirty pillows.
Yes.
So it's also a musical.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
has also
that's
been
right.
turned into a
Yeah.
musical, and
Yeah.
that is what we are scheduled to do. But yeah, that's.
You guys are really. So do you feel? I mean, you've really bitten off a lot here, and you seem to be chewing it.
Yeah, I think just approaching it slow and steady has been the best tactic for us. We really gained a big, like I said, we have a great following with Drunken Shakespeare. A lot of loyal return customers who come to Drunken Shakespeare. And then from there, they were kind of like, oh, are you guys going to be doing anything else? And so then we started expanding our season. And then we started getting loyal actors, and so then we expanded our season into different genres, such as having a musical now. And so I think just like slow and steady has really helped us.
Tell people about Drunken Shakespeare. We started with that and we kind of veered away. Can you describe what Drunken Shakespeare is like?
Yeah, so how we approach it, we start every show off with a toast. The whole cast comes out, we toast to the bard, to the audience, to everyone. We teach our actors how to shotgun beers,
Which is fun.
which is super fun.
We have to have an actual audition. We have to have an actual rehearsal day where we teach everyone how to do that because a lot of people don't know how.
It's not easy.
Yeah. I learned just this last show how to puncture the can with my own teeth. Yeah. We had a
Wow.
22-year-old actress who showed us all how to do it with her teeth, and I was like, yes, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
It's great.
bravo.
Yeah. So we started off with the toast. The whole first half, actors get to choose when they bring a drink on and how much they
And
drink.
it's always beer. Is that
It's
right?
beer and seltzers. Beer and
sel-
seltzers.
yeah.
So whatever you can buy at the grocery store is what we bring on the stage. During that whole first half, the audience members can choose an actor of their choice that they donate to MadKing under that name.
Right.
And that accumulates to a pot of who will do a chug off at intermission.
Yeah, so whoever gets the most donations by intermission before we start the second half, they have a chug off. And then the second half is where our fate is in the audience's hands, because any donation of $5 or more results in a live on-stage drink. So we have stage hands that while we're in the middle of performing, the stage technicians will come on and hand us a drink. And we have to either chug it right there or we have to just incorporate it into the show. If, as I stated, if someone has a lot of donations in one, there's sometimes where we have 5 drinks in our hand and we're trying to rotate them and figure out how to
And
drink
do your
them all.
lines and
so
do your blocking.
Keep the show going.
Yeah.
That is the one thing we tell the actors. You have to keep it going because the audience doesn't want to sit there for 3-4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the one I saw in Chicago that they were quite adept at moving it along, and
Yes.
they would make little. There were distractions, but they would just incorporate that with a quip
Yep.
or a funny
Acknowledge
line.
it and move on is
Yeah.
what we tell. We also encourage our audience to heckle and respond to things on the stage. Our actors, the seasoned ones, the ones who have performed with us 2-3 times now, have gotten very good at acknowledging and moving on.
With hecklers, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's remarkable that you guys did this without ever really. You had never seen
No.
the Drunk Shakespeare in Chicago.
In Chicago or anything. Yeah.
We
like
didn't
I
know
said,
that until after we started doing it. But this component of pushing the actors off their kilter to kind of mess with them while they're on stage is where the magic of this show really lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the rehearsal process, we focus on letting them learn the show and do it well and learn the Shakespeare and understand what the Shakespeare is so that we can actually produce an actual Shakespeare show and have it be good and meaningful. And once they got it and they're good, right at the end of the rehearsal process, then we start adding in heckling and drinks and just chaos and messing with them so that they can be ready for audiences who are going to throw all kinds of things at them and they can still give a really good show even with all that messing with them.
I don't know. How drunk do you guys really get when you're doing it?
we have to be cut off sometimes.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, and it could, because it all does depend on the audience, because they're the ones who are buying, they're donating to the company, because in Utah, we're walking a fine line with this. So they're donating money to the company. And it's just weird how at the same time a drink comes out on stage when that donation gets sent. So if an actor has a lot of friends and family in the audience, they can get bombarded with a lot of drinks. You know?
And we're only drinking beer.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What play did they do?
Macbeth.
Was it?
That's been the one on their docket for a while. They just
must be.
started rotating out. I think I've been seeing the advertisements for Romeo and Juliet now.
Yeah, it was Macbeth. Play I'm really quite familiar with, and I kept adding. They would ask questions and stuff, and I'd go, I know that, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's maybe my favorite Shakespeare. I don't know why, because it was the one. I guess it was the first one that I thought was really accessible to me. You know?
Yeah.
Wait,
I just-
Macbeth?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I just went, oh, I get this. You know, it's pretty straightforward. And,
Well, so Carleigh is the Shakespeare expert, and if you ask me about any Shakespeare play, most of the time I'm like, I don't get this until I see a drunk version of it, and then I'm like, oh, now I kind of get it.
I was so I'm in this literature group that's being taught by these retired University of Utah literature professors, and this guy is an expert in Shakespeare. So we've been doing a lot of Shakespeare lately, and we just read As You Like It.
Oh, that's what we're doing this year. No, we did it
we've
3
done
years
that one.
ago.
That's the
we've
one
done it.
with Jaques and the Seven
Yes.
Ages of Man and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So I've been in as an actor. I've been in 12th Night 3 different times.
See, and that's what I was thinking, because it's or as you will, or what is it? The alternate.
12th Night or
As You Will.
As You Will. I think.
Yeah. So that's why I was getting, because that's
Yeah.
what we're doing this summer.
You're doing 12th Night, not As You Like It.
Not As You Like It.
Because As You Like It is like all over the place and weird and hard to understand.
Yes.
And 12th Night is, granted, I've been in it 3 times, so I know it well, but it's a straight ahead comedy for the, and there's romance in it.
Even the side stories
Yeah.
make a bit more sense.
Yeah.
We
And
did
it's-
Merry Wives last year, and that has
On
a
that
lot
one's,
of.
Merry Wives of Windsor is like is probably the basis one. I was in a production of that years ago at the Utah Shakespeare Festival.
Yeah.
It lends itself really well for Drunken
I
Shakespeare.
bet.
Yeah. A lot of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it Sir Toby Belch? No, that's in 12th Night. Who is it in?
Falstaff.
Is it Falstaff in Merry
It is
Wives?
Merry Wives.
Being just base and
rascal.
not being the Falstaff that's serious and
Right.
has a lot of serious sides. And Henry IV?
Yes, they
Part
pulled
one.
that character. Yeah, he pulled
Yeah.
that character and expanded upon him in Merry Wives.
But as I was reading As You Like It, and I sort of getting into some of the comic byplay and realizing, okay, there are boys playing women who are now posing as boys, and then they're making these little comments, and I could just see it was like a sitcom. I could hear. I'll bet the Elizabethan audience was going, "Oh no, you didn't! No,
Yeah,
no."
yeah.
Stuff like that. No, oh.
And that's absolutely like the approach that we want to take with our Drunken Shakespeare, is bringing it back to the groundlings, like making it more accessible for the commoners to be able to be like, oh, I know what's happening. This makes sense. I like
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Shakespeare purists are going to come to our show and be a little
this.
disappointed.
They come to the show and then they walk out. We've had it happen.
That's always, I've done a lot of Shakespeare, and there would be people literally in the audience with the script, with the script going,
Yeah.
and they're not having any fun.
Yeah.
No.
So here's my final kind of question for you about all of this. You are not brother and sister.
No, we're not. We're married.
You're
17
married.
years. Yeah.
And that to me it would present difficulties. How do you? Is it hard, or do you find yourselves just perfectly in step? And
We really do. I mean, first of all, this day and age, for our marriage to last 17 years,
Couples
I think
therapy,
Yeah, that helps. Couples therapy.
individual therapy,
Yeah.
working really hard and loving each other every day.
Knowing how to communicate through it all. We also adapted, and we kind of have this with our whole company. If anyone has seen the TV show The Bear,
Yeah.
it's this.
rubbing your chest
Yeah.
and being like,
So
hey.
so we know that we're in a high stress situation. We may be saying and doing things that we don't exactly mean in that moment. We just kind of keep going with this, and then we'll address it at a later time when we have the moment to like actually communicate it.
I applaud you.
So.
I applaud you.
Yeah. For those who didn't see, we're rubbing our chest and saying sorry in sign language, so
Like
that
they
they
do on the bear.
On the bear.
Like on that TV show.
Yes.
So let's reset. It's She Kills Monsters. Opens on the 19th of February. Runs through March
8th.
March 8th is
March
closing.
8th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can find anything you want if you just Google.
Google MadKing SLC. You can even Google Drunken Shakespeare Utah, and that'll pull us right up.
Okay. I hope it's a big success.
Thank you.
It's a great. I mean, it's a lot to. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's a lot to bite off and to try and do.
Support small community theater. We have a lot of really great small theaters. There's
true.
more than just Hale out there, everybody.
You know, I've seen only one Hale Center Theater production. And
Then you've seen them all.
Yeah. I have, and this was the old theater out in by
Where West Valley Arts is
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
which West Valley Arts does amazing stuff.
But I remember, I think it might have been Three Musketeers, and you know they have all the moving sets, but they kept breaking. You know,
Yep.
they'd stop the action, and I said, well, this is, so the person sitting next to me said, oh, this happens every show.
Yeah.
They do it. I think it's probably better at their new
It is. It's
million
a lot.
dollar, multi-million dollar.
Yeah, the budget for one Hale show could keep our company up and going for probably 10
A
years.
decade, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, support small theater. So many of us out there. Please, it means the world to us and our actors to get you to come to the small companies to keep us going, to do this. We're doing shows that aren't typically seen in Utah. We have actors that are not typically seen on stage in Utah. Please show them the love and support that you would anyone else.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's do the food, because this is the Let's Go Eat and Drink show podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The food questionnaire. Let's do that really quickly before we go. I ask you both: what is your favorite beer, wine, or spirit?
I like whiskey, the rye bullet, and for beer, like if I want something a little bit higher, I'd like the Ghost Rider IPA from I think Wasatch or Uinta, I can't remember. But like on a day-to-day basis, I really like the pub beer, the Uinta pub beer, just like as a daily beer.
I'm a Prosecco drinker. If I'm doing anything else, it's typically Bombay Sapphire gin and tonic with an extra lime, or from home, it's the Bombay Sapphire and a squirt. It's a cocktail my kids can make.
Squirt.
Yeah.
Make mommy a cocktail.
I'm always happy
you
when I
done
get a
that?
good squirt
Oh, yeah.
in there.
The kids love doing that.
I'm gonna have to. My cocktail. It's easy to make me a cocktail. Pour Dad some bourbon over some ice, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I like
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And if it's under 100 proof, I won't mess with it. It's got to be 100 proof or
Okay.
plus. How do you handle cheese? Carefully, or I mean, do you like it?
Straight to my mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to answer.
Yeah, I like cheese. It's great. I'll eat whatever.
What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, I put so fried rooster feet. So I grew up in Utah, which the likelihood of me going on a mission is really high, and then leaving later. So
there's your story right there.
Third world country, yeah, fried rooster feet. It looks like a claw.
What country was this?
The Dominican Republic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's deep fried, and you just have to kind of like bite the fingers off. It's
Was it
so
good?
weird and gross.
No,
It's
not
that
particularly.
great. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
Mine was squid ink pasta and eel we had in Australia.
Yeah.
I've had that. I've had
Yeah, it was so
squid
good.
ink
It's
pasta.
actually really good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What would you feed your worst enemy?
I put, what's that soda place called?
Swig.
Swig.
Anything from Swig.
It's so sweet and it's killing
Yeah,
all of us.
I
slowly.
didn't care for it. I tried it once.
Yeah.
Tried it
But that's
once.
better for you than coffee.
What?
According to-
Supposedly.
yeah.
In Utah.
Oh, I see.
Mine is octopus because I think that it's way too chewy. Like you cannot masticate that. Like it's so bad. It is so bad.
I won't eat it anymore because they're too smart.
Yeah, that too. They're
too,
incredibly
yeah.
intelligent.
Squid and octopus.
Yeah.
I used to eat calamari.
Yeah.
I won't do it anymore.
Can't do it. I
No.
can't.
But I still eat pork and pigs are pretty smart.
They
too.
are. I was going to ask you about bacon.
Yeah, I still do. Let's see, what could you eat for an eternity?
The cheeseburger. Okay, like
Any particular cheeseburger?
So
Just classic.
I love the classic where it's got all the flavors. You got to have lettuce, tomato, onion, and so like
Raw onion.
Yes, and I really like the Australian burger, especially up at the Ruth, or what the one in the canyon is at Ruth's Diner. They have the pickled beets and fried egg on a burger. Love it so much. And yeah, anyway, I love a burger.
Mine is black rice pudding that I got from Bali. I pretty much ate that every single day there. I have tried making it here, and I can get close. It's just not the same, but it is heaven in a bowl. It's so comforting.
What is it? I've had something like that in a Thai restaurant.
Yeah, very similar to Thai food.
And then, what's this? Oh, if you could just eliminate one food from the world, what would it be? Just you never
Fennel.
want fennel.
Fennel, I hate
Really?
like black licorice
My
flavor
child
fennel. I
hates-
can't.
My child hates fennel as
It's
well.
so strong and aggressive, and I can't do it.
Oh, you know what I was saying before? What I would feed to my enemy is meat made with meat on top of meat when you cook it, because I know this is
Bacon
weird.
wrapped food.
Like because of working in Utah disaster cleanup, cross contamination drives me crazy, and so like any kind of two different meats that are next to each other when they cook,
Prosciutto stuffed chicken.
I do not like that. It just drives me crazy.
I don't know if you wrap a date in bacon and grill it.
Those are good.
A date, bacon.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
that
blue
sounds good.
cheese in there.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, yeah. All right, it's MadKing Productions. It's Carleigh-Jo Naylor and James Naylor. Thanks a lot. Nice meeting you.
Thanks, Bill.
It's nice to
I hope the show is a huge success.
Thank you.
Just look for MadKing Productions SLC or Drunk Shakespeare SLC. You'll find them. Thank you.
Drunken.
All right, that's it, everybody. The Let's Go Eat and Drink show. I want to thank James Fowler at Sugar House Distillery for the spritzers, the vodka spritzers. Thanks for bringing the crackers, Dawson. And yeah, that's it. I just say, as I always say, if you're pouring the drinks, make mine a double.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink show with Jimmy Santangelo, normally, and Bill Allred. You can contact Jimmy at www.thewineacademyofutah.com. As for Bill Allred, it might be wise to just leave him alone. Comments, questions, or angry complaints to the management should be directed to the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com. The Let's Go Eat and Drink show is produced by Dawson Dow. Our theme music was composed and recorded by Doug Wild. Recording facilities as needed are by the Visit Salt Lake Media Center at www.visitsaltlake.com. I'm your announcer, Zach Caton, saying... God, I forgot how to do the voice. It's really hard when you haven't knocked the rust off. Thanks.